Since 1996, Texas has been host to what started as little informal gatherings with Quake fans. They got together to eat, sleep, play some Quake for about 3 days straight. Well, we sent Kevin Pereira to this year's event to see how it's grown. And hey, he's here right now with more.
How about that, P? Yeah, you know, Pulse recently sent me to Grapevine, Texas to cover a little LAN party. Now, once I heard that admission was free, I was expecting to find nothing more than a 4-port hub and some folding chairs. But oh no. No, I found much more, yeah. We're talking thousands of gamers, big money tournaments, the sweet scent of Oxy and Arctic Silver permeating the midnight air. Oh, this was no ordinary LAN party. This was QuakeCon. Yes.
Welcome to QuakeCon 2004!
QuakeCon to us is really kind of the thank you to the fans. It really kind of energizes us. It makes what we do really kind of more special.
We're going to have over 5,000 people attend QuakeCon this year, 2004. The BYOC is 3,250 people capacity and 170,000 square feet of space from the BYOC through the events area. The hotel itself is sort of like a Vegas resort pulled up off the desert and then plopped down here in north central Texas. It feels like you need to ride a horse from one end of it to the other to get through it.
This right here is the divider which separates QuakeCon into two totally different experiences. But rather than just tell you about the two rooms, we're going to show you, starting with the vendors area. Let's get going.
What we're doing is we have a PC building contest. We have different tournaments during the day on who can build the PC the fastest. So the top guys that won out of all the qualifying tournaments will compete in the final tomorrow. The winner gets a custom AMD PC. Basically the big rules is, you know, we have a certain number of components that have to go into the system. You have to get it all built up at the same time, and then the system has to boot up. You know, it has to be fully operational.
It's become the drink of choice among QuakeCon attendees. Everybody's talking about it. It's the Balls Arona. Alfred, what makes this drink so damn special?
It's just the gamers drink, dude. Everything that has to do with gamers, caffeine, great mix. We've been fueling these guys for the last 4 years now. We started sponsoring LAN parties. Eventually, QuakeCon was one of the biggest LAN parties around, and we hooked up.
Hey, everybody, look what I found. It's another vendor. Gregan, what are you showing off here at QuakeCon?
We're showing off the Z-Board. It's the first keyboard made for gamers. So we've been working with id Software for the last couple of months to bring a Doom 3 key set to market that works with the Z-Board. It's beautiful to look at, it's great to use, makes it more fun to play Doom 3. As a developer, it's really important to connect with a really hardcore community because they kind of spread the word to the rest of the people. Today, we're showing off Call of Duty United Offensive, 2 multiplayer maps. QuakeCon, I mean, it's a multiplayer, you know, big LAN fest. It's a perfect time to debut multiplayer for United Offensive. It's been received very well.
Looks fantastic so far. There are impressive showings everywhere you look in the vendors booth. The action is nonstop. There's crazy noises, huge crowds. I mean, just check out the AMD booth. So it's the sponsors that make QuakeCon happen, but really the main attraction, of course, is the BYOC and tournament area. It's been described as the heart and soul, the pulse of QuakeCon 2004, if you will. There's tons to see, so let's get started.
BYOC, just like any place else where people gather for friendship and fellowship, the thing that everybody has in common is violence.
It's just a family, basically.
It's something my boss doesn't need to understand. My parents, my siblings, they're not into gaming. This is vacation. It's a whole other world to me.
It's just a big party for people who enjoy basically the same thing, meet and share and just have a great time.
You just bring your system and you hook on the network and you play any game you want in the LAN, and there's also file sharing. Mostly anime, that's what everyone seems to want, and then a lot of porn. That's about it. Anime and porn.
All right, so gaming and socializing, that's all fine and dandy, but one of the main attractions here at the BYOC this year is the Killer Case modding competition. Let's check it out.
They're giving $2,000 as the grand prize. Looks like some pretty good competition here. I started with a Dallas Morning News newspaper box. Got everything with a Dremel. It took about 7 months, 200 man hours, about $2,000 invested into it. So I'll probably break even if I do win. So either way, it was fun. It was lots of fun.
Hours, I'll probably get somewhere around 100 hours in here, 100 to 200. The plasma ball's been everybody's favorite that's come in here so far.
I started this about 2 years ago. And last QuakeCon, I was going to bring it down, but
It was only 3/4 of the way finished. It's made out of aircraft aluminum.
This is a P4 machine. It's a 2.2, and we have it submerged in mineral oil. And we also have an antifreeze cooling system that's going through the tubes. If there's any condensation, the antifreeze, which conducts electricity, will drop straight to the bottom before it touches the electronics.
People come from all over the country to the event. The heart and soul of QuakeCon is really about the players and their love for the video games.
I'm from Los Angeles. That sucked.
Yeah, I should never. I just don't belong on a horse. But despite that embarrassing piece of footage, QuakeCon was amazing. I'm so glad I went. I can't wait for next year's.
Oh man, I thought you looked hot on that horse.
Oh, thank you.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So there was so much there, to do and to see. How do people actually get a chance to just hang with their buddies and play the game?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's conferences, there's the vendors area, there's all this stuff going on. But the BYOC is where you can hang out with your buddies, and it's open 24 hours a day. So not only are people gaming until 3 in the morning, I even saw a couple pillows hanging out by people's mouse pads, and yes, people nodded off right then and there at the table.
Was there a pillow, a mouse pad made out of a pillow? Yeah.
No, but that's an interesting mod.
Next year, I bet.
Maybe you could co-brand it with Fatality and make it a gaming pillow, which wouldn't enhance your game, but if your brand's on it, people will buy it.
There you don't go steal.
This is genius
It's a
happening
Patrick
here,
Clark
folks.
pad.
All right.
Amidst all the fun games and live-action role-playing at this year's QuakeCon, there was also some serious competition. But attendees weren't playing for pride or bragging rights. They were playing for something better, cold hard cash. Kevin Pereira was there to check out the action.
From the BYOC area to the late-night parties, you might start thinking that QuakeCon is all about fun and games, but in reality, here in the tournament area, it's all about fierce competition for some serious cash prizes.
There's $150,000 on the line here at QuakeCon. We've got 3 tournaments happening here at QuakeCon. Each has a pretty nice purse associated with it. The first is Quake 1v1, which carries a cash prize of $40,000. There's a Capture the Flag team tournament, which the team can take home $50,000. And we're also sponsoring the first ever Doom 3 Deathmatch, which has a cash purse of $60,000.
This is what it all boils down to, the hardest of the hardcore here at QuakeCon 2004. It's all happening right now. The stage is set, the crowd is hyped. Let's get to the action.
I haven't been playing that much the past year. I've been going to school, and I knew Paul was a lot more active than I was. I didn't expect even to get that far, so just getting that far made me happy.
I've been playing really well the past few months. We've both been busy with school over the years, so we've only been a little bit active, but I guess I was just on fire, and I hit the shots I needed to, and I ran away when I needed to, and I ended up getting a pretty big lead on him, and this is easily the biggest check I've taken home from any tournament before.
The t-shirts are flying, the fans are pumped, they're already placing their bets. It's the Doom 3 final tournament at QuakeCon 2004.
Fatality and Daller. I'm going for Daller. He's from homeschool from California.
Fatality's got to take it. It's the best that I know under any circumstances.
I hate to say it's the maps, but the first map was on the edge. I was unpracticed for it, and he was amazing on it. His aim was just solid. And on the second map, I expected to be a little closer than it was, but he knew the map inside and out. He knew the camping spots, and he was just amazing.
I was very confident about my game, and I knew I had what it took, and just really excited to play in the match. And it was so amazing because coming to this tournament, all I thought I was going to win was a video card for competing in the Doom 3 competition. And then they announced, oh, we're going to give a 25 grand away for first place prize. My eyes went, oh my gosh. So I started training like crazy, and then went up there and won it.
Now that the virtual dust has settled here at QuakeCon 2004, Jonathan Fatality Wendell has once again emerged a victor in the Doom 3 tournament. Hats off to him and everybody else. Great games, great competitors, and it's been an amazing time. That's going to do it here for QuakeCon 2K4.